My friends, on Wednesdays, we download together. I'm so excited. HDK here for the HDK download and all of the things that entails. So we come together every single week and we talk about the things in your business that you want to get better at and the things in your business that I have experience with that my job is just to transfer that information to you. How fun is that? Now, you guys know you have jobs here. You are always, and this was my coach taught me this years ago, you're always supposed to teach what you learn. So anything that you learn from me, is awesome. I mean, I love that. But if you're not sharing it and teaching it to someone else, then it falls flat. So make sure you're doing that. Also, make sure just, YouTube wise, algorithm wise, like this video, comment on this video. First of all, I want to know you're here and say hi and what you're learning, but also it kind of moves me up the ranking. So, you want to do that. And then share this video, share it with your Mary Kay friends, your Mary Kay sales director, other people in the world. Okay. This is everybody should want to know anything that would help them make them better, right? That's always the thing. So today, hello, everybody. Today we are talking social media, and I am so excited because we're going to talk about the 5 different types of social media girl you are, right? So we're going to find out what kind of girl we are, and then we're going to help get better at it. We're going to lean into it. So we're going to take a little quiz. I am so excited about this quiz. I'm going to give everybody a minute to get on because you're going to want to get up in this quiz. Hello, everybody. So excited you're here. So we're going to find a quiz. There's 5 different types of social media, and then we're going to lean into what's our default, what just comes really natural to us, and then where do you want to grow? What's the one that you want to take up a notch? Because we always want to know where our strength is and our sweet spot is, and then we always want to know, okay, but I really do want to get better in this area. So we're going to have both of them as we go. I love all these girls that are on live with me. This is so wonderful. Hello to everybody today. Okay, so grab a piece of paper and a pen and let's take a quiz. It is only a 5-question quiz, but I'm so excited to hear your answers on this. So, number 1, are you ready? I wonder if I can put this in the comments. Maybe I can. Okay, number 1, when you go to post on social media, what's your first thought? Okay, here are your options. A, what's something helpful or educational I can share today? B, what's a story or a moment that will inspire someone? C, how can I show a glimpse of my real life today? D, what problem can I help solve for my customers? Or E, how can I connect and start a conversation? Okay, I think I'll be able to post it in the comments. Oh no, that was too long. Hold on, I'm going to try to do this so you guys can see it. Maybe not. Okay, so the question is, when you go to post on social media, what's your first thought? And you're going to keep a tally. So there's 5 questions. So just keep them in there. And at the end, you're going to tell me which style you are. Hold on, I'm trying to figure out how to post this in the comments. Almost there. Yes, I am going to try to repeat that in the form of a post. There you go. Your options are in the comment section. There. So I don't have to repeat every single time. There we go. So just keep a little running tab. Is it A, B, C, D, or E? And I would do your top 2. Maybe your primary and then your secondary. No, don't do that. Just do your primary because we'll be able to sift through. Either way, whatever you want. I kind of would like to know both things though. Okay, next question. Number 2, what type of post feels most natural for you? What type of post feels most natural to you? A, tutorial or skincare tip. B, personal growth or motivational story. C, behind the scenes of your day or a lifestyle moment. D, before and after or a product solution. E, engaging questions or shout out to a customer or a team member. Those are all in the chat. Tutorial or skincare tip, personal growth or motivational story, behind the scenes of your day or a lifestyle moment, before and after or a product solution, or an engaging question or a shout out to a customer or a team member. What type of post feels most natural to you? And if you're not a social media girl, you're like, well, none of them. But like, if you were to do it, what would feel the most natural? Okay, number 3, this is a big one. How do you define success on social media? And that's like a whole other class for social media. A, when someone messages me saying they learned something new. B, when I inspire or encourage someone. C, when someone says, you're so real, I love following you. D, when someone says, I need that product. Or E, when people comment and start a conversation. That is a good question right there. Because I'm like, well, all of them, duh. But if you had to categorize, which you do, what would you say? That is such a good question. How do you define success on social media? A, when someone messages me saying they learned something new. B, when I inspire or encourage someone. C, when someone says, you're so real, I love following you. D, when someone says, I need that product. Or E, when people comment and start a conversation. Okay, next question. I think you guys are keeping up because I haven't seen any screaming or crying yet, right? Okay, number 4, what's your biggest social media challenge? What's your biggest social media challenge? A, remembering to keep it fun and not too serious. B, staying consistent when you don't feel inspired. C, balancing personal life with business messaging. D, sounding too salesy or robotic. Or E, knowing what to post that actually helps my business grow. That's a good question too. What's your biggest social media challenge? Remembering to keep it fun and not too serious. B, staying consistent when I don't feel inspired. C, balancing personal life with business messaging. D, sounding too salesy or robotic. Or E, knowing what to post that actually helps my business grow. Sarah, I would totally agree. It is hard to pick just one. And like I said, if you need to pick 2, you'll be okay in there. I mean, they're all really important. That's the thing. And it's supposed to be hard. Like, it's supposed to help you really drive down to who you are on social media, not because we've been inundated with this is how you're supposed to be. But the question is, how are you? So take all the supposed to's, all the like, if like I should, I should define success as someone saying I need that product, right? Like, if I'm in business and I'm on social media, that should be my response. But if I was being honest, it's actually not. So should be. I want it to be. Of course, I love it, but it's probably, if I was being honest with myself, not that. So yeah, you got to hone in on what is important to you. Okay, and the last question is, what phrase sounds most like you? A, I love teaching people what I learned. Oh my gosh, did you hear me say that at the beginning of this podcast? We might be able to tell what mine is. Literally just said that. I love teaching people what I've learned. B, I want my posts to lift people up. C, I want to show my real life and have fun with it. D, I like to get to the point and help people fix things. And E, I love connecting with people and making them feel seen. These are good. Let me put these in the chat. What phrase sounds most like you? I love teaching people what I've learned is A. B, I want my posts to lift people up. C, I just want to show my real life and have fun with it. D, I like to get to the point and help people fix things. And E, I love connecting with people and making them feel seen. So good. Okay, now what you're going to do with those 5 questions, what letter did you have the most of? Okay, so do your primary and your secondary. So Kim had mostly A's and E's, it looks like. A and E. So Kim, your primary is going to be the A's, and your secondary, your growth, where you can really lean in and grow that, is going to be your E's. So that's how you're going to determine. And yours is A. Excellent. Who else? You got five, and you're just looking for what's the most. B and A, Shelly. So B's are your primary. A, Shandon, you're everywhere. Girl, I've looked at your personality assessments, and that actually does not surprise me. You're very even on a lot of things. So probably interested in a lot of things, which is that's actually not surprising to me. That's so funny. So kind of hone that down just a little bit, find some commonality. What's the one that just keeps popping up the most? These are great, Shandon. That is really funny. So funny. Okay, so you've got your primary, you've got your secondary. Now let's find out what they are and how to lean into them. A's. If you got mostly A's, so it looks like Karen, you've got some A's in there. Darla's got some A's. Lisa's got some A's. Shandon's got everything. Shelly and Kim. So you've got a lot of A's in there. Those are the educators. So your personality, your default personality style on social media is going to be an educator. You love teaching and empowering and serving before you sell. So make sure you write that down. If you have mostly A's, that's going to be your primary. If you have mostly B's, and we've got lots of B's in here, Shelly and Karen and Anne, and is it Angelia? I think that's how you say that. It's a beautiful name. Christy, Karen. So if you've got mostly B's, you're going to be the inspiration station. You lead with story and emotion, and you are the heart of your social media page. Angelia, silent I. Angela? Angela? I'm going to have to work on that. You're probably going to need to message me on Facebook with your voice. Angela. Can somebody just delete that out of the whole video and pretend that I know how to say the name Angela? Girl, just ignore me. It's beautiful. Sorry, I butchered it. Oh my gosh, Angela. I am a dork. Okay, so B's are your inspiration station, story and emotion, heart of your page. C's. So who's a C on here? We've got Lisa, Shandon, of course, hit some C's. Who else? C's are not as many on the live. So you'll have to, those of you who come back later and watch the recording, make sure you comment if you're a C. You are the lifestyle connector. So you weave your brand into your everyday life, and your superpower is relatability. Those are C's, lifestyle connectors. D's. So Amy, I knew you would have a C in there. I actually thought of you when I was reading it. So funny. So D's, Who's got primary D's? Pam's got some D's. Darla's got some D's. Shandon's got some D's. Now it's going to be a funny joke. I love it. Okay, my D's primary are you are the problem solver. You're focused, practical, and results driven. You convert to sales with clarity. So you are the problem solvers, D's. And then E, if you are mostly E's, lots of E's on here. Sarah and Christy. I thought there was lots. Actually, not as many. Angela, hello, sorry, got it right that time. Kim, you guys are community builders. You create belonging. Your followers feel like friends. Okay, so write down your primary and your secondary. Your secondary is going to kind of be your growth opportunity where you want to lean into that. And then let's go through them. What does this mean on social media? So the first thing that I'm going to say about social media and people's tendency to feel overwhelmed with it and like they have to be perfect or they don't know what to do or you don't have time to do it. You're not consistent with it. There's a lot of things that really hold us back from going all in this area. But one thing that I heard not too long ago really helped with, I mean, my last year and a half ish, I have really, I'm not trying, like I'm in my training that I did for Mary Kay Corporate one time, I said, I'm not trying to be an influencer. I'm just trying to be influential. Like that is very much me. And I have really loved what I'm doing because it's absolutely me. And like, I can't even follow some other like Mary Kay girls that are really good in social media because then I start comparing myself. And then I just feel like, well, Heather, like you can't even put a reel together with a voiceover, which I can't. I don't even know how to do that. So like, what makes me think I'm going to be good at social media if I can't even do a reel? Well, that's what stopped me for so long. And then one day I was like, you know what I can do? Talk about things I talk about all day long and record it. So instead of creating content, I'm documenting what I'm already doing. And so if you can put on your paper, document, don't create. So it really takes the pressure off of I have to be perfect. I have to do things innovative. I have to sit and create content that's going to be time consuming. How am I going to be consistent with that? How am I even going to know? I want you to scrap that whole thing and I want you to document, don't create. So what's in your stories? What's on your reels? What's in your posts? They should be the things that are happening in your life, the conversations that are happening in your life. So my Skin Boost Camp is back in my social media because this weekend was all about Skin Boost Camp at Fall Advance. Somebody came up to me and I was like, what the heck is going on with your skin? It's deliriously beautiful. And she's like, I've been doing your Skin Boost Camp. And I was like, oh my gosh, I knew it worked. I know it works. And it absolutely does work. So it brought it to the forefront. So now I'm just documenting what I've already done, what I'm doing, and what my customers are saying to me. I'm not creating something. I did a reel on Monday about the new under eye corrector. Well, I didn't create that out of thin air. I had two of my director friends message me and go, hey, are you using it the same as you did the old one? I love it, but I just want to make sure. I'm like, you know what? I probably should do a little demo on how to use it. So I'm not creating, I'm just documenting the conversations that I'm already having. So your facials, your customer eye care calls, your parties, your whatever you're doing, that's content. That it's just real. That's all you're doing is just being real and you're going to do it in your style. Let's talk about your styles. So if you were the educator, which was number one as your primary, you want to serve before you sell. Your focus is on teaching. You want to do skincare tips, makeup tips, product education, beauty hacks, how-tos, tutorials. That's going to be like your love thing. And it can be in stories, it can be in reels, it can be in going live, it can be and it should be in all of the different ways that we can. You should take advantage of all of them. And I really watch when I say you should. because I don't believe there's a lot of shoulds in this world. But if you're gonna want to be more present on social media, you're probably going to want to hit all different avenues. And once again, you're not creating new things in your stories versus your reels. It's the same conversation. So my reel yesterday about Skin Boost Camp led me to two of my stories, one yesterday, one today, about Skin Boost Camp. Different conversations I've had, different experiences I've had. So it's not, oh my gosh, what am I going to do in my stories and in the reels and I have to go live and my Facebook group? None of those things. It's the same thing. And it's just a different way of talking about it and a different method of talking about it. It's like speaking versus writing and doing. Those are three ways of communicating, right? But they're all different, but you can say the same thing in there. They're just different methods of there. Because some people are going to respond to stories. Some people are going to respond to reels. Some people are going to respond to lives. Some people are going to respond to posts. That it's like layering for Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and all of those things. So you got to kind of find people's sweet spot. And the educator, you're building trust and positioning yourself as the go-to expert. Great for helper personalities, analytical personalities. And I would say this is definitely me. I'm not analytical and I don't have a helper personality, but I am, my communication is my number one strength. And so I think it comes from the communication style of me. I love to share knowledge and I love to help other people through that. So I'm definitely an educator. So you're serving before you're selling. You very rarely hear me on social media actually ask for a sale or ask for a call to action. I do sometimes, but I don't do it very often because I'm just educating. I'm just serving before I sell them because one of my belief systems in Mary Kay is if you teach people how to use the product, they'll buy the product. So I've never really had to sell for me because I just teach people how to use it and then they'll buy the product. So your social media presence probably has to do with your underlying belief about your business. I would venture a guess that is true. And that's probably exactly how I came to be an educator because I believe that principle from the beginning. Okay, number two, the B's in the group, your inspiration station. You are going to lead with stories and you're going to lead with heart. So you're going to do a lot of why you are doing this, why it's important to you, why it's helping other people, why it makes such an impact, why. That's going to be really big. You're going to share transformation stories of other people, share them with your social media. You're going to do team wins, small wins, big wins, gratefulness. All of those things are going to be inspiration station. You're going to share your growth journeys, not just the highlight reel. So important. And if you are an expressive, relational personality that connects through energy and emotion, this is going to be a great way for you to communicate on social media. My heart girls are going to be inspiration station. Okay, the third one, mostly C's in the group, the lifestyle connectors. Show your goal here, your presence here, your default is to show the Mary Kay life. So you're going to want to blend business with lifestyle. You're going to show your morning routine. You're going to show your fitness. You're going to show your pets. Sounds like me right there. Your home life, your travel, going to get coffee, going to church. Like what's your life and business in one? You're going to demonstrate how Mary Kay fits into your real life and aligns with your values. And then this is ideal for you guys who want to normalize success and attract women like you. I would say that's probably a lot of me as well. Because I do show a lot of my life. And one of the questions at Fall Advance last weekend was, what's your Mary Kay flex? What's the thing that you're like, this is my flex? And I make terrific money, of course, right? I drive the pink cars. I like all the things, right? My flex though is my schedule, my routine, my lifestyle. That's what I'm like flexing about because there are not many people that get to live like I do. I get to do what I want with whom I want, how I want all the time while making tremendous money with the utmost of flexibility. But I have a lot of discipline. So I don't out flexibility my way out of business by any means. I am very disciplined, but it's on my schedule. So what's your flex? That's kind of what social media should be. Okay. Angela, not many. And especially at the level, like some people get to do whatever they want, but they don't make a lot of money, or some people get to make a lot of money, but they have no control. I'm flexing with both right there. Okay. And I want you to flex with both of them. That's why we have downloads every Wednesday. So you can flex too. Okay. We should call this the flex. We should change the name. Okay. I'm going to see, now I got an idea. So what I'm going to do when I do things like that, this is what I want you to start thinking. Flex. What's my flex? So I'm writing that down. I have a notepad on my desk and I write little ideas of something I want to talk on a reel about, something I want to do a post about, something I want to do a training about. What's my flex? So that's a whole idea that I'm going to take and run with and figure out what can I dig into there that would speak to people. Okay. So that's exactly how I come up with ideas. You just saw me do it. Okay. Number 4, which is going to be your D's, the problem solver. You are the girl that's going to speak to people's pain points, which is brilliant because that converts to sales. When you speak to people's pain points and you can solve problems, that's a high conversion, right, to a sale. Yeah, Amy, I do it all the time. Okay, so problem solvers. They are going to do things like, are you tired of your makeup melting by noon? Does your skin feel dull or dry? Like those are going to be common questions that you are going to lean into on social media. I find that one to be incredibly easy because all you have to do is find people's problems, which are the problems that you have, that your sister has, that your mom has, that your daughter has, and then put them into a dialogue of how to solve them. Very, very simple. Every post usually offers a solution that educates and converts to sales. This appeals to go-getters who likes results, structure, and clear takeaways. I like those too. I like all of those things. Okay, so those are D's. And then E's. Last one, the community builder. So Rose, this is you. You got 3 E's. You are the community builder. You're engaging. You're not just posting. So if you post and ghost, that is not going to be your jam. You are not going to like social media. You're going to need to be in there creating a community. You're going to want to treat your page like a conversation, not a commercial. So my E's, write that down. Treat your social media like a conversation, not a commercial. That's going to be huge for you. Ask questions. Shout out to your customers. Celebrate your team wins. You're replying to comments. You're active in your social media. On your page, other people's pages, you're creating community and dialogue. These are perfect for women who thrive on connection and want to create belonging. Okay, so those are your different 5 types. What you're going to do is you're going to lean in. Now that so if I'm looking at this for myself, I'm like, 3 B's also. Ooh, Inspiration Station. Love that. I'm like, I'm an educator. I love it. I also really like showing lifestyle because that's my flex, right? And then I love solving people's problems. So those are going to be my 3 things that I'm going to run through as I document, don't create. So what are some problems that people have right now? You can do 2 things. You can ask social media, what concerns do you have with your social media? What drives you crazy? Or not about social media, sorry, about your skin or makeup. And take a poll, great engagement. Or you can ask ChatGPT, what are the 5 things that most women struggle with skincare and makeup? And then there's your social media content for the week. And I don't like my chat to give me specifics. I want him just to give me ideas to run with, to let me kind of marinate in it. Pam, a flex means what are you proud of? What are you boasting? What are you bragging about? It's a trendy term for what does flex mean? What's your, cocky, arrogant. That's kind of it's just a trendy term for saying all those things. What's your flex? What are you puffed up about? What's the thing that you really want to showcase? that is special. Okay. And then my last thing, because we're out of our 30 minutes, one thing that really tripped me up at the beginning of social media and my journey and really being consistent and really being out there for people is that people would say in order and this is kind of an old fashioned way of doing it, but it was like find your niche, which I don't even believe in anymore. It's not even a thing. But what makes you different from everybody else? That was the question. What makes you different than everybody else? And I mean, I was like, I feel like I am everybody else. I don't feel like there's anything different about me. There's nothing special that sets me apart. Like that doesn't even it doesn't even resonate enough to get my brain going. So instead of thinking what makes you different, just document who you are. That's so much easier for me. Well, I am the person that gets up crazy early in the morning and goes to the gym. I am super disciplined with my food and my diet and my lifestyle and my activity. I do food prep every Sunday. And so I just kind of went through my life and I'm like, well, what else do I do? Well, I sit on the couch with my dogs a lot. I I work on my laptop with, what's my favorite movie? First Wife Club, favorite movie, love it. I watch movies all day long and work on my laptop with my dogs. I don't think that makes me different or special, but it does. It is exactly what I do. I very rarely put makeup on. I don't know if that's weird in the Reiki world. It's just me. So instead of trying to find the things that make you special, just find the things that are actually true and start leaning in to that, because your people will find you. And that's the last thing I'll say is your people will find you. You're not trying to go find this magical person. You're just trying to be you, and your people will clamor to you, but you have to be consistent. That's the only thing that social media is incredibly unforgiving about, is inconsistency. And honestly, your business doesn't like it either. Your business does not like you being inconsistent. Have you ever noticed that? People go away when you're inconsistent. It's the same thing with social media. So the only thing you're going to get hammered on is if you're inconsistent. So figure out a way to be consistent. Like last night, I wanted to post something, but I'm tired and I don't really have anything off the top of my head that I really want to talk about. So I found that picture of those legs and I'm like, I wonder which one I would want to be. But I really kind of want to be this one, but I like this one. But like none of them have cellulite. That's not relatable. So I'm like, you know what? If I find this picture to be interesting, I wonder what other people would think. So I posted it. Do you know how many comments that thing has on it? I learned a lot about people yesterday. So sometimes in order to be consistent, I got to kind of go for the low hanging fruit and find somebody else's meme and we can talk about it. There are 381 comments on that leg picture. People wanted to talk about it too. So I didn't think I was special. I thought maybe if I want to talk about which legs, maybe somebody else wants to talk about it. Apparently that was true. Isn't that funny? So you don't always want to be Mary Kay. That's boring. You don't always want to be animals. Actually, that's never boring, by the way. You don't always want to be just kids. You don't always want to be something. You want to be kind of who you are, which is never a one-trick pony. You have lots of elements to you. Just start figuring out what those are and have fun with it so that you're consistent. Okay. Hopefully that helps you guys today. I can't wait to hear what the people that kind of watch this recording later, what are you? What's your social media style? And how are you going to dig into that? Can't wait. Okay. I'm going to see you guys next week. What do you want to talk about? What do you want to talk about? You want to talk about more social media? You want to talk about something else? Let me know.